We'll talk through it in a second. Drive coming up. So one thing I learned was like, it's a really simple technique, like if you're playing, is you can come up and do the left-hand bass pattern, but then come down and kind of reach with the left-hand chord. Like I'm in E flat, just octaves E flat, you know. Okay, so it's like a really easy progression. I'm in E flat, it's just F13. So I'm just basically vamping on F13. B flat, minor, G7 sharp 5 sharp 9. So one thing too is the left hand and right hands are kind of complement each other, right? Left hand. So there's a lot of like tritones and stuff going on my left hand. Like this, I said this in the left hand chord voicing. This was like the greatest mystery that I solved or discovered. Like with complex chords, a lot of times it's a simple tritone in your left hand a lot of times, and then some really simple chording to right hand. Like if I was like at a G7 sharp 5 sharp 9, like I can put an F and a B in my left hand and just think of it almost as like in my right hand is just like an E flat major chord. Like a lot of times it's something real simple, but with that dissonance with the tritone and stuff, a lot of times it can sound a lot more complex. And that makes sense to everybody as far as like a lot of times you have tritones in gospel music in your left hand. So it's kind of interesting because in classical music, you know, tritone was kind of like not very useful. Like they didn't consider it like a perfect interval. So and then in gospel music, like we use it like in almost every chord, you know. So it's kind of interesting how we use that dissonance to make it to sound thick. Okay. Like you can hold a common note and find the notes, the chords in the middle. And I found like a lot of chords by accident, like by mistake. I always call it like mistake. And just from time sitting down and you know, you're gonna it's frustrating at first, but what I would actually do is like if I find like everybody I think in here knows how to build a minor 11. Like take your minor 11s if you have them. Like if the only one you can find is C minor 11 whatever, take it and work it up in every key. So you can have that chord available quickly. So then you can do different combinations of that chord. And once you get that in your vocabulary, then you can recall it quickly. And so I think that's the key. It's a movement, especially on an organ, because you know we don't have the sustain pedal. So you know we have to keep all the notes connected with that. I think that's one of the coolest things about it is because you can transition from one chord to the other. It seems almost like seamlessly on organ. You know, it's real smooth. So that'd be one thing I would tell you as far as like chord movement, because kind of like, and this would help if we did have a Leslie, but like when, especially like if there's like prayer going forth or something, you know, like moves like this is a lot of times it's just from being familiar with the chords moving around, you know. Just 13s. Just moving real quick.
So how are your voicings? Like when you do that, what are you voicing?
Well, on like a 13 chord, I like to keep it more like close in together, I guess. So, you want to call it, like I'm starting on E flat 13. I'll write it up. I got E flat. I'll just call it for everybody. I started on E flat 13 chord, and I had the 1 on my pedal, and I had the 3 in my left hand, so I had a G, and then my right hand is D flat, F, B flat. So that's my voicing on a 13. I like to use a lot of times. Some people they like to put the 1 on top. I kind of like to, like, I don't necessarily always voice it like that, but it kind of makes it like a little bit more subtle, like when you bury that 1. I suppose that's making it more like, another thing too is like I like to mess around like open voicing stuff, like what I call like I don't know what the technical term is. I call it like piano chords, like on an organ sometimes. I don't know if anybody else does it, like where you leave the pedal out and just it works really nice if like the Les is on slow. Stuff like open patterns and stuff like open voicing. Okay. I call out a run that was real easy. Like if you do like an F blues scale down. Everybody know the notes in F blues scale? I think we called it out yesterday, but it's F, E flat, C, B, B flat, A flat, F. F, E flat, C, B, B flat, A flat, F. Okay. And then I'm coming up on, in my right hand, I'm going to come up on a E minor, sorry. So it's going to be B, E, G. So that's in my right hand. But here's a little trick. I'm putting the A flat before I hit the B minor, so it's like A flat and then starting on the B. Has everybody got that? So every time you hit start it, you're going to start with the left hand on A flat. If you need to come look or stand over me, it doesn't bother me at all. Everybody got it? So it's going to be A flat, B, E, G. Right? So the whole scale will be F blues. And then come up. Right? So let's do it. So. Everybody got it? Basically, I'm thinking of it as a chord. It's like an E minor chord. Then I'm rolling up and I'm starting on a B.
So it's a half step down from whatever your root was. So like in E flat, you do like a D, right? Maybe?
I guess, yeah. So I'll do it up tempo. So, once you work up the speed, it sounds a lot harder than it is. Sorry, right? So it'll be. So that's our F blues is our F blues is that. And then our scale coming up, we start on A flat. So it's just once you work up to speed, it sounds hard, and it's not. I mean, there's another pattern, like just a real simple shout pattern you can do. Is like I'm hitting F like octaves. So F, D, C, F, D, C, chord, B flat, F13. So it's this little pattern. B flat, and then F13. Right? So I'll show you like up to tempo, down. That thing's going. Drop my right hand. So that's me. It's hard to do slow. It's like, and you guys can always, you can get the video of the class also. Right? Sorry, it's more of a concept thing. I apologize. Everybody hope it's helpful on this. Right? So my left hand, I'm just going like F13 and taking that A and going up to B flat. It's just real simple. And all I did was I took the same pattern and I went up to the 4 chord. Like I started on the 1, and then I'm going up to the 4, you know, walk up to the 4. So let's go back to that again. So it's the simple B. So it's just more and then come down, descending. Patterns for Jazz, and I can't remember the author of it. It's a really good.
Campbell.
Thank you.
I wrote it down.
Yeah, you work it up.
Jeremy book. Oh no, Jeremy Green.
Because the thing about it is, like
Jerry who?
Green and Jeremy Campbell.
they take you through like your chord in different combinations than you normally would use, and so like because the thing about it is like go through all your triads, your majors, your minors, your diminished, augmented, suspendeds, and all that. And what it actually do is it actually show you which ones you know, which ones you don't. Like if you know you're going through your you're going through your diminished chords, you know, if you're arpeggiating them up, it tell you real quick which one you know and which ones you don't know, you know, because you want to be able to recall them quickly, you know. And same thing with your major sevenths, you know. And what I try to do like is trip myself up too, instead of doing like all, because chromatic's kind of easy because it's kind of feeding you the next note. You know, try your whole steps, and so on, like stuff like that. And same with your 13ths, and it's a really good book. It's a really good book.
It was Jerry, not Jeremy.
Yeah.
Oh, Jerry.
Okay, let's go through something a little slower now. Let's see. Let's do Lord prepare me with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary. It's not on there. Lord, for you. I'll talk through it. So, Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary. I'm not gonna try to sing it. So. Pure and holy. I'm in A flat. Tried and true. And with thanksgiving. Okay, so my point is, if I'm on organ by myself, now if I'm with a band, it's totally different. Especially like I haven't played organ in a church service in over 3 years now. I play mainly keys, and we do a lot of modern worship, and I love it. But when I do get the chance to be on organ, especially if it's just me and a drummer and it's somebody just singing, I'm gonna try to fit every chord I can into one note. Like if they're and with thanksgiving, like I'm like, oh, that's a moment. That's like 6 chords I could put in there.